Welcome back to Great North Gaming. It's great to have you here with us today, and it's time to continue our Let's Talk About Hockey series. So, today we are going to be talking about my Toronto Maple Leafs. So, we're just coming back from the Olympic break. Congratulations to Austin Matthews and the Team USA. What a game. Heartbreaking end for me as a Canadian, but what can you do about it? If only we could hit some open nets, but that's okay. So I wanted to talk about what the Leafs' plan should be heading into the trade deadline, because we're about 12 or 10 days or so away from the trade deadline. Oh, Morgan Rielly here on a break. Forehand, backhand, forehand, couldn't bury it. But so there's a lot of decisions to make, because clearly I don't think we are a playoff team. We're, 6 points out of a playoff spot. And there's a bunch of teams ahead of us that aren't even in the playoffs. Rielly's centering shot doesn't bury it. So it looks like it is a sell kind of season. But I think what the Leafs should be doing, I know some people want to go the full-on rebuild, sell off Austin Matthews, sell off William Nylander, and I'm just not about that. Like, I would be open to trading a Willie, personally. There we go, as he scores. But personally, William Nylander, I think, is someone that we could look to move if we could get back the right return. And watching Olympic hockey, what Matthews or a Nylander need on this team is an elite defenseman. That is one thing Toronto has never had. Speaking of defenseman, Morgan Rielly is not a elite defenseman, but I keep hearing these rumors about the Leafs getting Dougie Hamilton. Well, I really don't like that, considering that the Leafs' defensive core is already pretty old and injury-riddled. And Dougie Hamilton has a history of injuries, and he's also, he's 32. I think he's turning 33 this year. I don't want to see the Leafs get even older on the defensive end. One person that might be coming up in trade talks, I don't know if it's possible, but if an Adam Fox could come up into the trade talks, I'd be willing for the Leafs to do something like that. We need a big trade for a big defense, like a puck-moving defenseman. Morgan Rielly is not a top 2 defenseman in this league. So I think Morgan Rielly needs to be moved this season. Nice tip there by Austin Matthews. Morgan Rielly needs to probably be moved in the offseason. That needs to be a hard conversation, but we need to get him out of Toronto, get some assets back. Hopefully we can get some assets back for him. If not, then maybe we look to just keep him and be a bottom pairing guy, or the fourth guy on the defensive pairing. But that is definitely one thing. The Leafs need to rebuild the back end. We need some faster puck-moving defensemen. The Leafs should be trading off their UFAs this year, like Bobby McMahon, Scott Laughton. Get the good return and start building up the team for next year. I don't want this team to miss the playoffs after this year, but if we can miss the playoffs, be competitive heading up to the end of the season. Obviously, we don't want to give Boston a top 5 pick, but if we can make some trades to build some assets for next year, that we could come back and be even better of a team. So if that's, trading a Matthew Knies to bring back an elite defenseman that's, within age, then let's do that, guys. If Matt Knies almost got us Mikko Rantanen a part of a deal, what can we get for a Matt Knies? So what do you guys think that the Leafs should be doing in the offseason? Let me know down in the comments. I think we should be doing a Boston-style retool, trade away some of our UFAs, not our RFAs. Rebuild the back end with some young defensemen, some young puck-moving defensemen. Develop some of our guys that are in the AHL, like Miroslav Holinka, I'd like to see up in the NHL next year. To bring some speed to this team, because this team is so slow, so boring to watch. We need a youth movement in Toronto, so let's trade away some of our older guys, bring back some picks, bring back some prospects, use those picks and prospects to trade for younger players that are ready to break into the NHL. Let's do this, Toronto, so we can come back and get Austin Matthews a Stanley Cup after that gold medal in the next couple of years. So let me know what you think about the Toronto Maple Leafs, what we should be doing as we head into the trade deadline in the offseason. I don't think blowing it up makes sense. We have a pretty solid team. We have been injury riddled, and we're still pretty mediocre. So I think we can be a much better team than we are, but it's going to take some speed, some youth coming into this organization to really complement Matthews, complement a Nylander, and build this team up to be a Stanley Cup contender again. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Make sure to leave a like on this video. Subscribe if you haven't already for more NHL content. And until next time, peace.